I need a phone holder. Keep telling myself I'm gonna buy one, and I never do. Hey Hans, Grüße nach Deutschland. Ach stimmt, wenn ich früher streame, dann kriege ich vielleicht mal, kriege ich es mal hin, dass mal mehr Deutsche zuschauen können. Dann können wir vielleicht irgendwann mal einen ganz deutschen Stream machen. Aber meistens streame ich ein bisschen später, also zu deutscher Zeit später. Und dann sind es meistens nur Amerikaner. 20:06 Uhr, gute Zeit. Und wie war dein Tag? Hast du gearbeitet heute oder was hast du gemacht? Thank you, Romy. Appreciate it. It's one of my favorite artists. Or the brother of my favorite artist made that shirt. Warm. Immer noch 40 Grad bei euch in Deutschland? Here it's really, really mild temperatures today. So we used to have 100 degrees for like a week or so, like a few days ago. But now it's like spring temperatures. It feels really, really nice actually. Hi Miha, I'm not gonna open my hair. I'm gonna keep the hair the way I want them. Would you rip a man's shirt for $100? Just a funny question. A man's shirt? I'll do that for $2. But I want a $2 bill, the cool one. Or would I have to do it while the person is wearing it? Then it probably changes. But if it's just a shirt, I'll rip the shirt. Hi to India. Hallo, hallo. 37 Grad. Okay, das ist echt. Warm ist schon eine Untertreibung. It's hot in Germany, apparently. And I'm glad I'm missing out because I don't like the heat. So I'm glad Tennessee is for once is cooler than Germany. It's very, very rare. Usually here it's really soaring heat, hot. It's really scorching hot. There we go. Sorry, I'm not a native speaker. We're practicing. Every day is practice, right? So bear with me. One day we'll be fluent. Hi, Rahman. Hi, Carl. In Wales? Wait. Carl. We have a Carl here that is from Wales too. Are you the same Carl? Or are you a different Carl from Wales? How small is the world if you were the second Carl from Wales? And I think Carl that we have here is spelled with a K. So at least if you're not the same person, there's a way I can, address you. Carl with C, Carl with K. Hey Moon. Greetings to India. A lot of people from India around this time of the day. And hopefully some Germans, because I'm trying to get some more Germans into the stream, but ihr seid ja alle schon im Schlafen, wenn ich streame. Oder, keine Ahnung, eine Nachtschicht haben viele, wenn ich streame. Aber natürlich nicht so viele. Ist ja eher ungewöhnlich. T-shirt link. That shirt was like, so if you know King Cruel, he is like an artist from London. He's like a singer. And his brother made that shirt. It was like a homeless awareness month or something. And his brother made those shirts, and all the the money from the purchases would go to homeless shelters in London. It was only like a week-long thing, so I don't think that shirt still exists. You can probably buy that on maybe Vinted or something if you can find it. But yeah, I was I think I grabbed the last one in this size when I bought it. They were sold out pretty fast, but I love it. It's just fading a little bit, like the black is fading a little bit, unfortunately. But if you're looking, I like to make my own shirts, so I'm trying to make some shirts myself that are like this fit with Oscar on it. So if anyone's interested, I'll make them for myself, but if anyone would ever be interested, I'll let you know. But this fit is just the best fit and the best material for a shirt, like just like cotton, you know. So it's way more comfortable to wear than any like plastic material. So I think it's the Gildan heavy cotton, you know, just if you're looking for that fit of a shirt. Do ASMR, like this kind of stuff. No, we're not doing that here. I actually scrolling and find your stream and also the hi sorry, the chat keeps moving. Hi Tamil. Hi to Bali. We have a lot of people from Indonesia here, so it's a small country, but a lot of people. If you're unable to find the shirt, well, too bad. I'm sorry. Guess you gotta take those beatings. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry. Shirt is unavailable. Are you 22 years old? Maybe. Maybe not. Guess I caught up with everything. Okay. So today we're cooking for my dog. I didn't expect this shirt to spark a conversation. Usually, when I wear oversized shirts, I just no one ever mentions anything. But I'm glad you like it, even though I didn't make it. So, but hi Kuma, hi Rehan. Man, y'all got some long names sometimes. I'm from Germany, but I live in the United States. Okay, thank you, BT. BT, don't be moderating while you're driving. Goodness gracious. You be driving, or you better be focusing on the driving, not on my moderation. It's fine. We'll be okay over here. People seem to be pretty chill this time of the day. Although yesterday was pretty crazy and I streamed at the same time, I think. Yesterday we had 9,000 people watching the stream, and we were at 350 likes, which I never ever had or could have imagined ever in my life. And then YouTube decided to make my stream crash. I was like, okay, who wants to grow on YouTube? Not me. Honestly, though, or in all honesty, small streams are way more chill and way easier. And the big ones with like hundreds of people, very stressful. And I don't think I would be able to do those long term. I think I'm happy with where we're at, being like a small channel, honestly. Especially since I'm not doing this for a job and I'm just doing it for a hobby. You know, if I was trying to make this my job, that'd be different. But since I have my real job and this is just, you know, a little side thing and my hobby, it doesn't really matter and it's more chill this way. Rose from Titanic. Someone said it to me 2 days ago. If you're the same person, maybe, but if not, this goes down like butter. But maybe you're lying. Who knows? I'll still take it. Sometimes you just gotta take the things you want to take. Why are you here in America? Why are you here in America? Because why not? Why are you where you were at? Because you were born there? Konnichiwa, Santos. That wasn't me, that was my lipstick. Just in case someone heard that weird sound. It was not a fart. It was this. I'm trying to make it do it again. Here, see? Proof. I support genocide. Yes, Prince. Hey, Ankit. I'm from Germany. I live in the United States now. In case you're wondering why it's still bright outside or in my house. You can call me Rika. Hi Christian. Na, wie geht's? Und was macht Fußball? Du musst mich doch auf dem Laufenden halten hier, Christian. Ich krieg ja nichts mit hier. Obwohl, is anyone watching the World Cup? Soccer World Cup, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. I thought it would be way bigger since it's here in America, and I was like, finally, in the country where the World Cup is hosted, and I'm gonna get all the information and I can see the games. Well, guess what? I'm a Pavel and I cannot go to the games because they're too expensive. So all I'm getting is just an influx of tourists and I don't know, probably higher gas prices or whatnot. I don't know if you're getting anything positive out of this being hosted here. I mean, they are because they get the money, but as the people living here, not really. Portugal gegen Usbekistan. Oh, okay, Portugal auch immer interessant. Thank you, Mr. Megamind. Mm-hmm. Tiger, you tell us. I bought some sweet potatoes, by the way, some cute little mini sweet potatoes. I'll show you. Those are the smallest sweet potatoes I've ever seen. I'm not used to small sweet potatoes like this, so I overcooked them a little bit. Usually they're pretty large, so they're like the size of my hand, or not even. Well, they seem to be cooked. That's all that matters. Are you English or Irish? Neither. I am German. Don't you hear the weird German accent? Do you really want me to talk like this? Oops. Okay, so we're cooking for my dog, by the way, in case you were wondering. I'm cooking home-cooked meals for my dog once a week. Usually we do it on Mondays, but yesterday I couldn't. So I'm doing it today. Sweet potatoes. It will be sweet potatoes, cod, perch, and eggs. Usually I just throw everything into one pot. I'm not, boy, I'm not. Helps blood sugar patients as well. They also can eat that. Are you talking about sweet potatoes? Yeah, sweet potatoes, I think they have more vitamins than regular potatoes too. And funnily, sweet potatoes and potatoes are not related, I think. Sweet potato is like a different like plant family over the regular potato. And it's considered a longevity food. So in Okinawa, for example, which is one of the blue zones. Blue zones is the one of the places in the world where they have the most centenarians, so the most 100-year and older ones, or close to 100-year-old people. And Okinawa is one of those places, or used to be at least. And they eat a lot of sweet potatoes there, and you can also eat sweet potatoes raw. But with regular potatoes, you cannot eat them raw. Mahin, this is a cooking live stream right now, and some people tell me for them this is kind of like ASMR because they hear all the kitchen sounds, so it's kind of cozy for them. You know, like when you're home with your parents and you hear them rumbling around the kitchen, if you were fortunate enough to have parents that actually cooked for you, which a lot of people didn't. And that's very sad, but I understand that some parents don't have time for cooking. And but yeah, you know, it's just this homey feeling of someone in the kitchen cooking while you're, I don't know, what do kids do when they're at home? Do homework. Boy, yeah. Um, Nothing I can change about it. I can't decide who comes into the chat and who doesn't, you know. Hi, Sneaky. Christian, thank you, Universe. Und das Essen hat keinen Namen. Es ist einfach nur alles Mögliche zusammengewürfelt, was ich noch im Kühlschrank hatte oder was ich für Oskar kochen will. I don't. Danke, Christian. So, we're gonna let those sweet potatoes cool down because they're hot as hell right now. So, don't wanna burn my hands. We will get so many proposals here. Yeah, I had a few ones before. It's always very interesting. Hi, Cyprusy from Cyprus. Do you say Kalimera there too? Why I have a red face? Because it's hot and steamy in here and because it's hot outside and I'm very fair-skinned. Although I'm not that fair-skinned, but I'm fair-skinned and I get red cheeks easily. We call them apple cheeks in Germany. My grandma had them too. I come from an apple cheek family, so we always have apple cheeks. Nothing you can do about it, so. Warst du beim Friseur? Nee, war ich tatsächlich nicht, aber freut mich, dass es so aussieht. I wasn't at the hairdresser. I just put my hair in a bun or like a, I don't even know what that is. I have never been to Spain before. I have been to Portugal and I have been to France. We're talking about South Europe, and to Italy and to Croatia. And I wasn't on earlier, no, but yesterday, so maybe yesterday. Thank you, Ashu. Oral. Oh, oi. I thought you said oral. I liked how the people in the South here in America say oral in a funny way. It's just oral. Don't forget to hydrate. Thank you, Maki. Good point. I'm gonna do that right now. Y'all too. Drink some water if you haven't yet. That was actually a very helpful message because I haven't drank any water today, maybe this morning before work. And then I went to work and now I'm on my lunch break, and usually on my lunch break I do the cooking for my dog. Have you ever been in India? I have never been to India before, no. Dia, it's just today. Goodness gracious, y'all are funny. Bis dann, Christian. Danke, dass du da warst. Ich glaube, mit dem deutschen Stream wird's wohl nix. Wir haben nur einen Deutschen. Yeah, sometimes I speak German in the chat. If we have German people, I will switch to German, but only for a little bit, because most people are not German here. Blankenfelder. Hallo. Na, jetzt haben wir doch die ganzen Deutschen hier. Jetzt habe ich doch gerade gesagt, wir haben keine Deutschen. Ich gehe wieder zurück zu Englisch, oder ich switch wieder zurück zu Englisch. I just said we don't have Germans here. Now all the Germans are showing up all of a sudden. They always come when you don't expect them. I could make a funny joke, but I'm not gonna. No, I cannot speak Spanish, boy. Unfortunately not. It's not one of the languages I speak. I wish. That'd be cool. Because I would actually really need that language here. For those that don't know, I'm leading a food bank here in America, and we have a lot of South American people coming through. And I always have to use my translator app, you know, or just like those few sentences I can speak, but I wish I could speak to them better. Well, guess they gotta learn English instead. or we meet in the middle somewhere. That probably works best. But yeah, English as a lingua franca, which most people luckily speak nowadays, always works. 20 minutes behind. Oh, so you didn't go to the live version of the live? It happens to me sometimes too. Boy, you're funny. I agree. Sometimes it really helps sometimes to get out into nature and touch some grass. I think that really does wonders to people. And then once you do, you're like, oh man, that's really all I need. So better not call me ma'am, Gaurav. You think I'm like 45? I'm making, but it's super normal here in America for some reason that people call you ma'am. Like once you're like past 21, everyone's a ma'am. Well, probably even at 21, to be honest. It's very something you need to get used to. In Germany, we're not that polite. And here in the, like everyone says excuse you or excuse me to people when they're in the supermarket and they're just like passing by, but there's still so much room in between you and the person. Like it wouldn't even like matter. Like they don't have to say anything, but they will walk by and they're like, "Oh, excuse me." I'm like, "For what?" Like the first weeks I was here in America, I would sometimes ask them for what. Like didn't understand it. They're just being super polite. In Germany, in the supermarket, you'll just like knock them over if you wanna grab milk or something and they're in your way. You know, we don't really say sorry that much. Entschuldigung. We do say Entschuldigung, like sometimes, but you really would have to like accidentally hit the person, like bump into them like real hard to say Entschuldigung. But if you're just squeezing through or making your way through, you wouldn't really say it, I think. Yes, Lonelier. I am from Germany. Ich bin aus Deutschland. Hi, Deepak. In small towns? That they are you? How do you mean that? You mean the Germans? That you have a lot of Germans here? Hi, look. What's happening? Y'all fighting over here? I'm not 49, I'm 67. I thought everyone knows that by now, but thanks for the compliment. I guess eating home cooked meals helps you. Something satisfying about peeling sweet potato out of the peel. It comes off so easily. Way easier than regular potatoes. Memes, are you from Earth? I don't think so. Honestly, do you think we are? Before we get born? I wonder. It's a very deep question. So, but I don't think we are. From Mars? I don't know about that. Would I want to be from Mars? I don't know. Those plans about people like relocating to Mars eventually, if they must. I don't know if I would want that. It looks kind of trist up there. Never been, but from the pictures, it looks very red. Very, I don't know. It's the desert, hot. You'd have to wear suits all the time because you couldn't get out or like breathe the air there. So I don't know. Is it very is it something we should strive for, or should we just try to make it nice where we are and try to keep this place? I would prefer that personally. Post-apocalyptic Earth is better than Mars. Limp Bizkit. I would say so. I mean, I'm no expert, I'm no scientist, but um, from the top of my head, I would definitely agree with you. Honestly, Mars doesn't seem very friendly to live on. Overseas, which they're not loyal. Huh? Tarun, what are you talking about? Overseas girls are not loyal. Ah, sure. Maybe in America. No, that's a stereotype a lot of people have in America. And I have to say, I met a lot of people that eh, yeah, have very interesting relationship styles, yeah, for sure. But I think that happens everywhere. You know, it's not just Americans. But I do think it's definitely more. Is it more common here than in Europe? Probably not. Honestly, I don't know. I think it happens everywhere. Every country. People are people either way. People don't change. There might be different cultures and different rules and laws, but people intrinsically still have the same struggles and wishes, desires, and things they deal with. So I do not think that there's one country in the world where people do not cheat or do any bad things. So thank you, Infinite. My natural blush cheeks. Well, that's a nice way to put it. I never liked my blush cheeks. You know, in school you always get made fun of, but nowadays I'm like, that's just part of my body. Having blush cheeks is just part of me, and there's nothing I can change about it. I don't wear makeup. I don't like makeup. As soon as I have makeup on my face, I wanna like wipe it off. It's just like a natural impulse I get when I have it on. It feels like it sits on my skin, and I can tell it sits there, and I don't want it. Like sometimes I have those moments when I'm like, why not? When I go out, like why not try some makeup? And as soon as I do it, I'm like, nope, wipe it off, and then I wash my face with face cleaner, dry it off, and I'm like, yep, much better. It just feels more natural. It just feels more like I can breathe. My skin can breathe. I don't have to worry about anything like smearing or like coming off, and I don't know. Hi, memes live. Oh, you've been here before. Sorry. Um, a girl, a wife or girlfriend. Uh, I don't know. That's a good start, Log. I agree. My favorite schnitzel. Thanks, Will. Your favorite schnitzel. That's one I never heard before. So sometimes you guys' comments are very funny. All right, let's get our fish for Oscar. Oscar is my dog, for those that don't know. I know we have like new people here all the time. But yeah, memes, I cannot tell you that. I don't know. Blankenfelder, verstehst du da Englisch? Versteht ihr alle Englisch? Age of my daughter. Boy, why would I have a daughter? When did I ever say that? You're just making up stuff now, or how would you punish cheaters if you're the president of the world? Oh, wow. Limp Bizkit, good question. So all my ex-boyfriends would have to go to an island together. And the girlfriends, like or everyone that cheats would have to go to an island and live there together. And then we would have movie nights once in a while, like a cinema. Imagine like a cinema, and you could buy tickets. And each night it would be about a different person, and they would show like the whole like how they cheated and how it all started, like with their previous relationship, and then how they got started with the new relationship while they were still in a relationship, like text messages. Just expose it all and put it up in the screen, and have them sit in the front of the screen while the movie is playing, so they're facing everyone. You know, I think that would be my way how I would go along with cheaters. But that sounds kind of weird, kind of like a little bit of a North Korea situation, I guess. So don't vote me for president, especially if you're a cheater. Man, I think the fish is still frozen. I'm using some frozen fish, but I forgot to take it out early enough, so I'm gonna let that unthaw a little bit longer, and also is gonna get some of the pulled turkey that I still have left from yesterday, and an egg and some sweet potato, and I'm gonna make him that for lunch real quick, and then the fish I'm just gonna boil and add later. What are you screaming at me here, Mr. Crust? How about you, Limp Bizkit? What would you do? Since you asked the question, you might have a really cool idea. Oftentimes, people that ask me interesting questions have really cool ideas themselves. Hi Josh, kurz Hallo von mir. Willst du uns die Marco geben? Er hat es mal vorgeschlagen, ja. Wisst ihr schon alle Bescheid? Wieso wisst ihr alle Bescheid und ich noch nicht? Also er hat mich mal gefragt, aber wir haben noch nichts ausgemacht. Witzig, wie ihr alle schon Bescheid wisst. Mm. I don't know what you're talking about, but hi Pandu, how you doing? Haben wir hier die ganzen Deutschen wieder hier. Die sind noch überall. Jetzt bin ich schon extra hier nach Amerika und trotzdem überall. Spaß. Blankenfeld, ich bin aus dem Schwarzwald, an der Grenze zur Schweiz und Frankreich. Und du? Ich kenne dich von Markus Stream, aber ich habe noch nie mitbekommen, wo du her bist oder wo ihr her seid. I should start my own linguistic classes. Oh no. I mean, I am a linguist, but I don't know if I want to give classes because I'm very impatient. So, oh, this thing will come out more than I want to. You know, if you're too slow. Like, you still don't get it? Are you sure you don't get it yet? So I don't know if I will be good. A good teacher. I'll be like old school. Kidding, of course. I just saw your shorts. What shorts? I don't know which one you're talking about. Aus dem Ländle, Brandenburg. Dozent. Sehr schön. Informatiker. Da verdient man gut. Wäre ich auch gerne. Henry, a linguist. That is someone that deals with languages, not eats linguine. Although I like linguine. Do you like spaghetti better or linguine? I do both, so I guess I'm a double linguist. I cook with linguine a lot. Chips besorgt. Sehr gut, Josh. Was für welche? Wie viel kriegt er? Er wollte bei mir auch wissen, wie viel ich krieg. Hi to India. Monster. That's okay. It says love your neighbor, so you're doing the right thing. We should all love everyone. So, and that's not always easy, especially the trolls, but it's a good practice, honestly. Sometimes people just come in here and they're like, I hate you. I'm like, okay. So now, do you want me to be upset or any reaction you want to get out of me? Because I don't know. Sometimes people just say like weird stuff, like troll stuff, and they just want a reaction, but I don't know. It's just very interesting sometimes. Where do you live to stay alive on this earth? Currently in Tennessee. So I'm trying my best over here. I'm out in nature a lot. That makes it a little bit easier to stay sane for sure. Hi, Ruid. About your decision moving Germany to. Oh, okay, Ashu, I got you. Thank you. Yeah, I moved here about 2 years ago, a little bit more than that. Oh, wei, das ist ja übel. Ja, aber kennst du von Marco auch im Stream? Das gibt's halt immer mal, solche Leute. Ein paar Unzufriedene. Internet ist halt leider auch viel zu viel. Süßkartoffel, much too much sweet potato. Sorry, Oscar. Internet ist halt leider einfach prädestiniert für sowas. Internet is the troll heaven because they don't have to show their face and they don't have to be confronted directly, you know, so they can just hide behind their little silly username. That's usually something smarty pantsy or trying to be smarty pantsy. If you're alone. I mean, honestly, live streams, that's why I like live streams better than like doing shorts or something all the time. Because live streams are interactive and you can actually talk to the people and like get to know them and have a conversation about stuff. And hi Bob. Okay. Tschüss, Josh. Sport ist wichtig. Jetzt will ich gerade einen Witz machen, aber lieber nicht. Ja, Sport ist wichtig. Ich sollte auch mal wieder zum Sport gehen. Arthur, you're hungry? Huh? Okay, so you're making Oscar's food real quick, so I'm gonna put that in a Tupperware later, and I'm gonna add some fish to that. So that's all I'm gonna add, and a little bit of apple. I'm gonna chop some apple later. So my fish is still frozen, so I have to do it later, unfortunately. Joseph, hi. Yes, I know. I've seen you here before multiple times. It's good to see you again. Humble. I'll try. I mean, there's nothing to not be humble about, I guess. I think I definitely have not always been. No, I don't even think. As soon as you say that you're humble, you're not even humble anymore because then you're bragging about being humble. So I'm just not going to say anything. But thank you. Username said something? Who? About my culture? You mean German culture? Eigentum. Wir versuchen Eigentum zu bekommen. Blankenfelder. Es ist ein bisschen schwierig hier in Nashville, in der Stadt. Ist alles sehr teuer, deswegen schauen wir uns ein bisschen drumherum um, aber da ist es auch teuer. Das ist halt das Problem, wenn Leute wie Taylor Swift und so hier leben, dann wird alles teuer. Und die ganzen Leute aus Kalifornien alles aufkaufen. Nichts mehr so, wie es mal war, auch wenn ich nicht von hier bin, aber ich sag's trotzdem. Also ja, erstmal noch abwarten. Hoffentlich in einem Jahr oder so können wir uns was kaufen. So, yeah, what's the orange color things? The orange color things? Oh, sweet potatoes. The biscuit. This is sweet potatoes. I was wondering what you're referring to. Hi, Sarah. Bonsoir. So, Joseph, what questions do you have about German culture? Because that's a very broad question. Like, tell me about your culture, or like asking about someone's culture. So you can ask me a question, of course, maybe a little bit more narrowed down, so it's easier for me to answer it. Diese Welt scheint so grausam, doch mit deiner Ankunft bricht ein Meer von Millionen Farben und Schönheit über sie herein. Handu, ihr seid der richtige Poeten hier. Ihr müsst mal euch alle zusammentun und ein Buch schreiben. Ein Gedichtbuch. Müssen wir mal alle Gedichte hier sammeln und zu einem Buch zusammenfassen. Hi, yours. Anyone of you do MMA? I watch MMA, but I don't do it. I don't think I'd be very good at it. Just because of I'm not the tallest person, and I don't know. I think it's cool to do it. I think it's very helpful. Cool skill. After you hungry? You get you some flaxseed too. Do you watch UFC, boy? German sounds smart and kind. Always smile. Are you sure we're talking about the same Germany? Because I feel like that's more the case here in America than in Germany, but thank you for saying that. You've been speaking in German. I usually don't understand. Oh, yes, I've been speaking German. A lot of people have the assumption that German sounds very harsh, but honestly, it doesn't really sound harsh in my opinion. But depends on who's speaking. If you hear the one guy speaking, you know what I'm talking about. He gets mentioned here all the time in the stream as a joke, not by me, of course. So he, for example, sounded very harsh because he wanted to. It was part of his, thing. But I, for example, don't think I sound very harsh. I talk very loud, not loud, very fast. So I don't know. But at the same time, I'm German, so who am I to say how I sound like? Maybe for other languages it sounds different. Oscar, here's your food. So. Komm, Schatz. Komm. Komm, wir essen was, Schatzi. Komm schnell. Fräulein. No. Hi, Resi. Dankeschön. Danke, dass du immer positive Energie mitbringst. Resi, ist heutzutage nicht sehr üblich. You're a kind person, down to earth, and a helpful person, and kind-hearted as well. That's all I feel about your nature. Well, thanks, Ashu. I appreciate that. That's very kind. What did you want to say, boy? Netherlands and Swiss German is more funny. I listen like some drunken, and Swiss German is the complicated slang. Yeah, Dutch definitely sounds fun, and Swiss just sounds silly. Sorry for everyone that's from Switzerland. Just as a German, you can't help it. And I grew up, or I lived at the Swiss border pretty much all my life except for those few years here in America or China. I've been at the Swiss border all my life, and in Bavaria for a little bit. But anyways, Swiss German sounds very funny to a German, but also cute at the same time. My idea to start YouTube. So when I was here in America for the first time, or when I moved here, I had to wait for my green card application to be approved, and it took quite a while. And I had to do something to stay busy because I don't like not doing anything. So while I was waiting for my green card, I was thinking what I could do that doesn't involve any money. So I started volunteering here. That's how I have my job now. So I started volunteering at a food bank where they give out food to people in need. And then now I'm leading that food bank after I got a work permission. And YouTube was part of just an outlet for me to, use my time somehow while I was here waiting. And now I'm still doing it. You can try that whenever you don't listen to you. The spoon or what? Yeah, what was your idea? I know. Pandu, let's keep den Ball flach halten. Jetzt wäre ich, keine Ahnung, eine Schauspielerin oder sowas. Hollywood-Schauspielerin. MMA Amateur Record ist. Oh, you are doing MMA 20 to 3? Holy moly. Not bad, not bad. Log, you're tough today. Log got up with the wrong foot today. He was out for revenge today when he got up out of bed. He got a spoon with him. My first love was a gold digger and I still love her. That's rough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I wasn't speaking about a painter. I listened to German bands like Rammstein, Tokyo Hotel. Oh, Tokyo Hotel. How fun. I'm not a big fan of Rammstein. Tokyo Hotel is fun. They were a little bit few years before me, so I didn't really become a fan or anything, so I missed that part where they're like popular in Germany. You created a culinary masterpiece. A culinary masterpiece. Have at it. This is for Oscar, but I appreciate it. He won't say the same thing. He'll act like he doesn't like it. Watch it. Oscar, do you want to eat your food? And ignore the mess in the background, please. Your girl doesn't have time to clean up or tidy up the house. I'll do that later. I just got off work, so have some patience or some grace with me. Ah. You're not good? Oscar, don't act. Don't embarrass me in front of screen now. Danke, Blankbilder. Habt ihr mit Marco zusammen eine deutsche Community in eurer Ecke? Nee, ich bin ja aus einer anderen Ecke als Marco. Ich bin ja in Tennessee, das ist nochmal 2 Staaten unterhalb. Im Süden, südlich. Schatz, he's old. Yeah, I know, Schatz. It's not easy to stand. I know, Schatz. You want me to hold it up a little bit? That better? Yeah, that's much better. You're so picky. I gotta make it a little bit more liquid for him. He doesn't like it when it's too dry. 1 second, I'll be back. Hold on, Oscar. I'll do it. Hold on. I'll add some more water. Check. Hold on. Don't go away. Don't go. Here. He's saying hi to everyone. Is it better? I'm gonna scroll down real quick. Sorry for not reading. Danke, dass ihr Oscar Hallo sagt. I thought that food was preparing for you. No, that was for my dog. I like cooking for my dog. I cook for myself later. I didn't really have time to eat anything today. And my grandpa always said animals can talk, so we have to always make them come first. Like, we gotta serve them first. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I agree with it too. So since my dog can't cook for himself and he can talk, I'm responsible for him. And if I only have time to cook for one of us, I'll cook for him instead of myself. Because, it's okay for me to fast a little bit. And I need to lose some weight anyway, so. He is a spoiled wiener. Yes, he is. Yes, this is my son, boy. My firstborn. He's 12 years old. 13 years old. Approximately. I don't know. He's a street dog or a stray dog, so I don't know how old he is, but we think he's about that age. Gut, mein Draht geht nicht zu nah an den See, denn das Leuchten von deinem anmutigen Gesicht ausgeht, könnte die Natur um dich herum blenden. Thank you, Pandu. Danke. You're not supposed to learn to teach how to be nice and real. It comes from heart when someone tries to be nice. Log. Today we're criticizing everything, aren't we? That's funny though. You make me laugh. No, I wasn't making myself dinner. First of all, it's not dinner time, it's lunchtime. But no, I'm not making myself dinner for lunch. Oscar is very spoiled in this house, if you haven't noticed that yet. So, while my tummy's grumbling, I'm gonna drink some water to fill it. I'm gonna head back to work and have a granola bar or something, even though I'm really bad for you. So don't take me as an example, because it's just sugar, and it will make your glucose spikes or your insulin spike. But anyways, oh, he's already done. He's a fast eater. Just like your mommy. Yes, you're a fast eater, Oscar. Can I pick you up without you throwing much? Okay. Oh, oh, careful. Oh. Good. But tasty? Was it tasty? Yeah? That's good. Oh, you bowl. Oh, sorry. I gotta scroll down. Thanks for your patience. I know I'm super slow at reading. Ich geh pennen. Okay, gute Nacht. Hans, schlaf gut. Ich bin froh, dass mein Stream dich müde gemacht hat. Gern geschehen. Vielleicht muss ich euch mal Geschichten vorlesen. Ich habe extra ein Gebrüder Grimm Buch mitgenommen aus Deutschland. Just said in German that I need to start reading bedtime stories because some people get tired when they watch my streams, which is probably not a good sign for me, but I'm happy it helps. You know, if anyone gets some sleep problems, just watch my stream and fall asleep. He's too old. Yeah, he's definitely old. But he's still going strong, aren't you? Yes, you're an old man, baby Oscar. I know, you're both. You're baby and old. Yeah. Thank you, Infinite. Oscar himself is 2 kilogram protein. Boy, don't say that. Oscar, get a spoon. Here. Take it. Oscar, get him. Get him. Good job. Give him a spanking. I know they're naughty sometimes. They're so naughty. Are you comfy? He's looking at the screen. That's so cute. Maybe you can see the chat moving. He is a cutie. I agree. I hope that hurt. Boy, I hope it hurt. That was Oscar's revenge. And usually he doesn't do that. He's a good boy. I just want to say that. Well, Usher, that is very kind of you. Log. Log starting fights over here. Log, didn't you introduce yourself to me as a troll? I think I have another friend here that introduced himself as a troll. He was like giving me a warning. He's like, hey, I'm a troll, so just to warn you. And now he turned out to be like a really cool and funny guy, and we're actually friends. So there's funny trolls out there. There's good trolls. There's good things in every area of life, you know. I think. Boy and Log, don't fight, y'all. Life is way too I don't know, complicated enough and hostile enough that we don't need to be fighting in this little shared common space. Like, see this as our little living room or common area. We shouldn't be fighting here. Yes, they are sensitive souls, definitely, absolutely, Limp Bizkit. That's why I'm usually when I see trolls, and there's different kinds of trolls. There's the ones that are actually funny and they're just like super introvert, you know. Because I'm an introvert myself, and I can smell introvert, and you know, we're just like like this. We can sense each other, and I'm like, just who hurt you? But there's some trolls that are like really, really nasty. They have like a really nasty shell. But on the inside, we're all just the same after all, you know. Like I said earlier, we all have the same feelings and emotions and wants and needs. So, and just the shell is different. And sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to get through them and to get to know them. So, thank you, Lumi. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Me like this. Thank you. Very kind of you. I was in a 24-hour bus travel and I had nothing to do and stand here and be cooking something. Lord, maybe I know you were in a bus ride. Maybe I confused you. I think maybe it was just funny. I think you're just from the same area. And maybe I confused you with funny because you guys have a similar humor too. And maybe in my head that's why you started off as a troll too. But no, you were actually just funny. Yes, you're right. You were in your bus ride. I know, I know. I apologize. Log wasn't a troll. I'll take it back. It was, but we definitely had another one other than funny that started as a troll too. Maybe the person will tell us one day. I'm not sure. I can't complain about that. Well, but you weren't really trolling in my channel. Now that I think back, you're right. Ich verabschiede mich, wünsche Nachmittag euch. Hört sich. So sieht's aus. Wir hören uns, Blankenfelder. Danke, dass du vorbeigeschaut hast und dann sehen wir uns ja vielleicht bei Marco im Stream. Er lädt mich dann zu sich bei sich drüben ein, weil macht mir Sinn, weil es halt mehr Deutsche da drüben sind und dann kann ich auch mal Deutsch sprechen und einen deutschen Stream machen, was mir sehr gefallen würde, dass ich mal wieder Deutsch sprechen kann. Ich höre mich dann wahrscheinlich komisch an, wenn ich für so lange reden muss. Kurzzeitig geht's immer, aber wenn ich über einen längeren Zeitraum Deutsch sprechen muss, klinge ich immer komisch, habe ich das Gefühl. Aber ja, alles Gewöhnungssache und Übungssache. Ich muss mal wieder mehr in den deutschen Fluss reinkommen. Schlaf gut und gute Nacht nach Deutschland an alle, die ins Bett gehen. Is your nose natural? Yes, I don't even do good point. I don't even do makeup. Like I highly did. Like everyone can do what they want to do, so I'm not judging anyone who does it. And I highly detest surgeries. Like when it comes to beauty surgeries. I don't even like makeup because that's also a form of like not self-acceptance in my opinion. But everyone to each their own. Like I said, I totally understand that once in a while you want to feel cool and like good about yourself or just enhance some features in your face, and it's like to each their own, like I said. But I do not promote makeup. I do not promote anything like surgeries, obviously. I don't like anything like that. So, yeah, my nose is real. Does it not look real? I even have a little dot on top. You think I wouldn't have gotten rid of that if I did something to my nose? And I don't even have to justify myself here, but that's just silly. I need some tan. Well, tan skin, when you're fair-skinned, is equal to sun damage. So your skin will adapt or like tolerate more sun when you're a little bit more tanned. Like if you're naturally fair-skinned, that's what I'm saying. So every time you get like super tanned as a fair-skinned person, that means that you have suffered a lot of sun damage. So I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to be looking like 87 when I'm 86. You know what I mean? Thank you, Said. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad you're feeling calm. My nose is AI generated. Right. I just put the AI generated nose on right before the stream. Like usually it's like this long. Deutsch sprechen. Bist du auch Deutsch 174? Hi, Creativity. Okay, I think I caught up with everything. Okay, well, ja, I'm gonna head over to work in a little bit. I'm gonna drink one more glass of water because I need to hydrate. It's a hot day out. Oh, actually, I'm gonna drink, or I finna drink. Do people say I finna drink? Who says finna instead of gonna? Is that like a slang thing? Is it like Southern? I heard finna, but I never used it. I'm gonna drink my half and half. It's sweet tea. So for the Germans here in America, people like to drink black tea with sugar, like sweet tea. And sometimes you can add lemonade that makes it half and half. It's super sweet, that's why I add water to mine. And I don't like it when it's too sweet. Uh-huh. Hi. Millie Bobby Brown. You think so? You've heard that before. What were the ones I heard? I don't remember it. It was like actresses or like athletes or something that I don't really know, so I don't remember what it was. Looks disgusting. It does a little bit, doesn't it? But we have something. Oops. What am I here? We have something similar in Germany that looks like that too, that color. It's called Spezi or Mezzomix. In Germany, we like to mix Coca-Cola with Fanta. So lemon soda, or no, orange soda, there we go. Orange soda with Coca-Cola. And it has the same color, but I prefer this one actually. Although, both is good in their own way. Actress from Last of Us. That's not Millie Bobby Brown. That's Millie Bobby Brown is from Stranger Things, isn't she? Bella Ramsey. I don't look like Bella Ramsey. Isn't she like 16 or something like that too? It's finna like a Gen Z thing. Oh, okay. Well, definitely not a German Gen Z thing. So I'm not used to American Gen Z stuff or Gen Alpha stuff because I don't have TikTok or I don't use TikTok. So all that stuff just passes by and I don't see it, which is probably for the better, honestly. I do not like TikTok or too much short format stuff. So, Locke, you watched the Game of Thrones, I assume? Is anyone watching the House of the Dragon? Get cats, they say, by the way. So if you have cats, that's what you're gonna look like. But yeah, the House of Dragon, has anyone watched that? And I think there's a new season coming out, I heard. I've never seen it, so I'm not sure if it's worth the watch because it's gonna be like those episodes are just so long and so many and I don't know. I'm sure it's good, but I don't want to get into it. Let me show. You are with sock? What the hell? Bye, Oscar. Oscar's going to bed. He likes going to the hallway and just bump into the wall over there. Thank you, Ashu. Appreciate it. James, I live in Tennessee. Pizza pasta. Read, watch, and sometimes imagine myself as a character made by R.R. Martin. Is he R.R. Martin? Isn't he no, R. Doesn't nee. He's not R.R. Martin. What's his initials? It's not R.R. It's one R, but am I stupid right now? Maybe he is R. Brötchen? I don't have. Ja, ich hab Brötchen. I got Brötchen. Ta-da. American style Brötchen, which is terrible. Yes, Joseph. I'm 67. The theme song of Game of Thrones. Yes, me too. Maybe I need to rewatch it. Although, is life long enough to rewatch Game of Thrones? That's the question. There's so many good shows and movies out there that I feel like rewatching Game of Thrones, that's definitely a lot of time that you need to invest. And just knowing about the last season not being all that satisfying, I don't know if I would want to do it. Probably not. I think I'll stick with once in a lifetime. Okay, bye, Sunny. The Knight of the Seven Kingdom more and better than House of the Dragon. A Knight of the Seven Kingdom. Is that from the same universe? Is this by is it R.R. Martin? I'm still pondering about that. You speak German, but you can't understand Germans? My favorite girl age is 67. Well, we gotta we found a 67-year-old here. I hope you like what I'm babbling about. George R. Martin. Oh yeah. George. I knew there was like another name before that, so thanks for that. I'm one of those people. If I'm thinking about something I can't figure it out, I usually either Google it or ask someone, but I cannot just let it be, you know? Like I'm annoying like that. Okay. Yeah, I do have friends that are girls too. Yep. Thank you. Good night, Ashu. See you next time. Sleep well, everyone, and have a good rest of your what day is it? Tuesday. There we go. Sometimes I'm like, what day is it? It's only Tuesday. Oh, that's quite a while until the weekend, right? But we gotta appreciate every single day, not just the weekends, because if we only lived for the weekends, we would miss out 5 days of the week, which would be quite a lot in percentage to our lives. So my Mr. Bean shirt in the wash, Hollywood. It's in the wash. So today it's a different shirt. It's just this figurine and my butterflies. I got a big butterfly on the bag. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all go and I'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Bye, Hollywood. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Adios. Tschüss. And thanks for the likes. We almost made it to 100, I just realized. So that's pretty cool. Did not expect that. Thank you. Bye, little man. Bye-bye. Tschüss. Tschüss. Waving my white tissue at the train station. Oh no, you Americans don't do trains, but in Germany that's like a thing. If you say goodbye to someone for like a longer time, you like wave a white tissue. In the past, my grandma's age. But I'm 67, so counts for me too, I guess. Bye. Adios.